Tervetuloa SJK VPS-ottelun jälkeisen Lehdistötilaisuuteen ja täällä paikalla VPS-päävalmentaja Jussi Nuorila ensimmäiseksi. Kommentit pelistä.
Niin. No, se mitä mä nyt sanoin tuossa jätkillekin äsken. Mun mielestä me pelattiin 90 minuuttia todella hyvin. Siitä alku muutama minuutti ja lopusta muutama minuutti, niin siinä välillä 90 minuuttia pelattiin todella hyvin. Ja mun mielestä me oltiin niin parempi joukkue sen 90 minuutin aikana, kun miettii kokonaisuutta. Ehkä sitten kuitenkin vastustajalla on paremmat yksilöt. Ja se on varmaan sitten syy, minkä takia me hävittiin tänään. Niin kuin mä sanoin, niin pelillisesti mun mielestä me oltiin tänään parempi joukkue, aktiivisempi joukkue kumpaankin suuntaan, niin hyökkäämiseen kuin puolustamiseen, ja oltiin aggressiivisempi kummassakin pelivaiheessa noissa. Ja mut vastustaja teki 2 maalia, me tehtiin vain 1. Ja sen takia me hävittiin peli.
Tappio tuli, mutta luoks tää kuitenkin tavallaan niinku uskoa, koska se potentiaali tuli tänään teistä hyvin esiin, että siinä mielessä niinku voi olla varmaan tyytyväinen nimenomaan siihen, että kuten sanoit, niin olette ehkä parempi joukkue tänään.
Niin, no ei tää nyt ollut ensimmäinen kerta, että mun mielestä me ollaan nyt tässä niinku sulle joka pelissä näytetty, että kyllä me nyt vähintäänkin yhtä hyvin pystytään pelaamaan kuin vastustajat, ja kohta ollaan kaikki vastustajia vastaan pelattu. Että toistaiseksi mun mielestä niin HJK on ollut selkeästi meitä yhdessä pelissä selkeästi parempi, mutta kyllä me kaikissa muissa peleissä niin mun mielestä me ollaan vähintäänkin niin ainakin tasaväkisesti pelattu. Että ei tämä nyt niin ensimmäinen kerta ollut, mutta taas kerran näytettiin aika kovassa paikassa, ja mun mielestä tietysti se, että ihan katastrofi alku tuohon noin, ja silti niin aika nopeasti kerättiin itsemme ja jätkät rupesi painaa hommia ja tultiin peliin takaisin ja pikkuhiljaa niin ruvettiin saamaan otetta. Ja en mä sitä sano, että me nyt niin oltaisiin dominoitu peliin, mutta että kuitenkin, että tänne tullaan pelaamaan niin kärkijengiä vastaan, mikä on kovas vireessä, ja ainoa jengi kukaan ei hävinnyt vielä, ja sitten me pannaan ne noin ahtaalle, että niin, on se tavallaan osoitus, miten meidän joukko pystyy pelaamaan, mutta edelleenkin sama ongelma on siellä, että me tehtiin yksi erikoistilanne maali ja mitään muuta maalia me ei pystytty tekemään.
Eka maali oli tietenkin hyvin eriskummallinen. Mitä sä luulet, mitä siinä Tepolle tapahtui, että tommonen livahti sisään?
No en mä tiedä, tietysti varmaan pallo niin tuli yllättävän pitkälle sivurajaheitosta ja sitten varmaan vähän leijasi, ja peli alus, niin en mä niinku osaa tietenkään sanoa. Toi nyt ehkä varmaan vaan kuvastaa nyt meidän tilannetta, että kaikki vähän nyt menee meitä vastaan tällä hetkellä. Tommonenkin maali sitten tuli, että sivurajasta vastustaja tekee maali.
Toimittajilla mitä?
Paljonko tämä homma nyt sapettaa, kun tämä sama sapluuna nyt tulee? Pelillisesti, kuten sanoin, niin näyttää hyvältä, mutta aina vaan jotain tulee vastaan.
Niin, no voitte tietysti vaan kuvitella, että jos niinku koko ajan tuntuisi, että niinku ansaittaisi enemmän, mutta ei kuitenkaan saada, niin että sitten niinku pelistä toiseen vähän sama juttu, että niin. Onhan se. Kyllä mä oon niinku tosi pahoilla niin ennen kaikkea jätkien puolesta, että miten ne niinku tänäänkin tuolla niinku antoi kaikkensa ja pelasi niinku todella hyvä matsi, ja sitten ne ei saa mitään siitä palkinnoksi, niin muuta kuin hirveän kasan pettymyksiä taas, niin kyllähän se korpea aika kova.
Paski tuli tänään 10 ja Savio aloitti penkiltä. Mistä lähti se ajatus tai se muutos?
No ennen kaikkea niin tietysti me haluttiin niinku kolme niinku selkeätä suht vikkeläjalkaista keskikenttäpelaajaa siihen, että meillä on liikettä niinku oikeastaan kumpaankin suuntaan ja no mun mielestä me onnistuttiin siinä hyvin ja plus sitten tietysti vähän sekin oli, että Savio ei ole tässä niinku kaiken vammojensa takia, niin ei ole ihan semmoiset tikiset pystyisi niinku 90 vetämään, että se on tähän mennessä näyttänyt aina, että semmoinen reilu tunti menee hyvin ja nyt niinku kuitenkin sitten niinku ehkä vähän pelien loppuosat on ollut meille vähän vaikeampia, että niin haluttiin, että meillä on selkeästi niinku voimaa sit myöskin niinku penkiltä tuoda jotain lisää eli loppupuolella. Mun mielestä se toimii ihan hyvin kyllä.
Yes, kiitos.
Kiitos.
Welcome to the second part of the press conference. SJK head coach Hakim comments. How would you comment this game?
A very tough game. We knew that it was going to be tough. I thought, I said before the game, VPS has been a lot better than the results tell. They made it very difficult to many teams. They've created a lot of chances in many games, and you know the position and the results that they've got are a little bit not trustable in that way. So we knew that was going to be physical. We knew that they like to go man for man. We knew, especially with the midfielders, and it made it difficult for us. We weren't as clean as we've been in the past. But even though I think we dominated big parts of the game as well, and but we said as well it was going to be very important set plays. I'm very disappointed to have conceded from a set play. I'm not sure if it's offside. I think it might be. I don't know if someone has seen it, can tell me. But normally we don't lose the first contact in there. So the impression I had, it was offside. If it's not, then we are very disappointed, because that's not something that we normally concede chances, not even chances. So. But we pushed, we were brave, we made a couple of changes to try to exploit the spaces on the wider areas of the midfield and try to narrow the man for man more towards the middle, and I think we finished really strong. We had some good opportunities, or we were looking dangerous, and yeah, very pleased with the result. We are trying to get the best version of ourselves. That was far off, I think. But you know, when you want to do something special, sometimes you've got to get these type of games that you win it at the last minute, and you know, and that in that sort of way. If you want to do something special, special teams do things like that. So I'm happy for that, but we know that we got to get better. Now it makes it very difficult, because we got not very long to prepare, 3 days to prepare for the next game, and we see how tough it's getting at the moment with that many games. But we'll do our best to recover, to charge the batteries. We'll play the team that is in the best condition to go and make sure that we challenge and we're as competitive as we've been today, even though we weren't our best, to try to get another 3 points that will leave us in an unbelievable way, closing that first round of games.
The early goal there, do you think it kind of changed the nature of the game, because you don't have to put that much focus to your offensive game usually when you're leading the game? So how do you see that?
Yeah, of course. I think it makes it a little bit a strange feeling, because you know that the game is going to be difficult, but you get the goal that early, and that way that you might feel that you can you know, at the back of our head always will play apart what we got coming in another 3 days. So of course it's a little bit understandable, but that's what we spoke at halftime, that there's no room for that. We want to be better. We wanted it to be better. Structurally we adjusted a little bit in the position on some of the players. you know, even though it's not like we were just backing off and, you know, letting them attack, because we were pressing very high, they had to be very direct, and it probably in possession that we couldn't get as clear and as clean in our build-ups as we normally are, which made it difficult for us and a little bit more end-to-end at times and giving opportunities to counter. That was the bigger problem.
Like you said, this wasn't the easiest game, but you still managed to take the win in the late goal. But what does that tell you about your team? Like you can win even though after those difficulties.
We've got a special group. We put together a special group of people, not just players but staff, and we are so focused, so driven into make this season successful. First, what is successful for us and our targets, and secondly, we are so competitive, so hungry for the youngest team in the league to have the levels of concentration that we normally have, and that, you know, relentlessness to keep going no matter what. I think those type of things and that type of character takes you a long way. So I'm very pleased for that sort of strength of us that is become our character and our mindset, because it's going to help us a lot during games that sometimes not always going to be a pretty game.
Jere had to left the pitch in the first half. What can you tell him about his situation?
Yeah, he's a big guy with big muscles. He's very powerful, and players like that, like Muri, the same case. You know, it's difficult. We know that he's been in a good form and he's been doing so well. Yeah, a little bit of shame. These things could happen. I don't think he'll be very bad. We'll review and see if he's ready for Sunday. If not, we've got other players that will come into the position and help us.
So nothing major?
I don't think so, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll have a check-up in the morning on MRI just to discard bigger things, and then we can prepare for the following days.
And one more thing, Murillo didn't play today, but you can tell about his situation.
Yeah, it was almost the same thing. Like, we didn't want for Muri to happen what's happened to Jere, so it was a little bit of precaution. It wasn't. Had a little feeling in there of tightness. You know, he could have pushed in, and we could have pushed into him, but he was sensible, and he put his hand up and he said, "I don't think it's the right thing to do." And then he left the space for someone else to do it. We adapted well. I think Kingsley, for big periods of game, he covered the position in a different way, but in a very efficient way as well. And I think you know, Muri will be fine for Sunday.
All right. Media.
But you can also say that when Murillo is not playing, it kind of shows in your offensive game.
Yeah, it's different. You know, when it's different, not better or worse. Of course, he's a very important player, and anyone in the league will miss him if he's not there. Of course,
Yeah.
you know what we've missed on that side, probably the crossing, because we're playing a right-footed player playing on the left, so that is gonna reduce the number of crosses that we put in the box, and that's important for us. But I think he's put a couple of good crosses, but he's taking his player in a 1v1 situation. He's gone inside, had a couple of shots, a couple of combinations. Things that on the other side, Muri wouldn't do that. You know, in the second half and towards the end, we adjusted to put Kaukwa on that side, so he could push this player onto the last line and be a threat in behind, so Kaukwa could be getting onto that little pocket. And of course, we would love to have him, and any team would miss someone like that. If he's not there, it would be stupid for me to say otherwise. But we like to think that when someone is missing, we try to focus on not being better or worse. It's just a little bit different, and then we just go to adjust to that player missing. And today, I think we adjusted. But I think the game would have been as difficult with him on the pitch. But of course, we did miss him.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.